your DNA is more than biology. I remember my freshman year in college taking human biology. I was a kinesiology major, exercise science, phys ed, all that fun jazz. So I remember doing the the protein codes of DNA, and learning about the letters and A and T and G, whatever it is. And honestly, I don't remember it fully. But I find it fascinating now, because I remember asking my teacher, I was like, well, who put the letters there? Like, where the letters come from? Like, how is our body is coded? Like, who can code with letters? So I could never go deep enough. I could never make it deep enough to understanding, because for me, it was never about memorization. It was about connecting, always connecting the dots. And my teachers hated me for that, because I was the kid who always asked 1,000 questions, because I wanted to understand. I wanted to understand it at the most, the deepest levels. And so, a lot of people's minds, they couldn't go there. They were like, well, just do what I say or write what I say, and, don't worry about it, and, whatever. And so there's a lot of that went on. So in any event, so your DNA is more than biology. It's a living library of memory. Okay. And so this is where we get into that whole vortex understanding of the movement of energy, right? Or memory. Everything is energy. There's nothing else to it than that. Einstein. And energy is God. God is energy. Because God is all, he is omni, yada, yada. And so, you have to come to this understanding where, again, science and spirit are not opposing each other. They are complementary of each other. They are the 0 and the 1 of the coding of the multiverse. Okay. Because at the end of the day, at the most deepest levels, it's all about zeros and ones. And as we advance in technology, we're also advancing within our spirit, within the Holy Spirit, right? And within our individual soul, because the spirit has to be reflected, again, as a whole. And so then we are also fractalized as individual souls, right? With amnesia, forgetting that we are a part of the same one spirit, the Holy Spirit. Okay. So we have the Holy Spirit, we have technology, and, they make love, and here's existence. It births light, right? Same thing when the sperm enters the egg, zinc, the light explodes, right? And so this is where that library of memory begins. Intuition, ancestral wisdom. And so part of that library is not just our biological makeup from our mom and our parents, but also not just physical features, but spiritual features and mental features, right? Because body, mind, and spirit, everything is always the three. In the third D expression, there has to be a body, mind, and spirit always, and that goes at a macro micro level. So the body, from a planetary standpoint, is the planet that we call Earth. We have the history of the planet also within us, because of the dust we were formed, as natives of this planet. And so awakening is remembering what your cells already know, because your cells are encoded quantumly within the multiverse, within the universe, within the quantum field of existence, which is all there was, is, and will be. It is outside space and time. Okay. We're still in the enlightenment period. A lot of people are having, if you want to call them, spiritual awakenings. People are seeking, and they're finding, they're knocking, and the doors are being opened onto them. It takes courage. It's not fun to go through learning that what you thought was existence is not, right? It's not fun. It's not a fun process, but it's a fire that must happen by the Holy Spirit, right? This is like the baptism of the Holy Spirit.